For centuries, powerful African kingdoms thrived with rich culture, trade, music, and strong communities long before European colonization began. In the 1500s, European ships arrived on African shores, searching for wealth, trade, and control over new territories. As European colonies expanded across the Americas, plantation owners demanded massive labor for sugar, cotton, and tobacco fields. Slave traders began capturing and buying Africans, violently separating families and destroying countless lives forever. Villages burned as terrified families ran through smoke and darkness, trying to escape brutal raids. Captured Africans were chained together and forced to march for miles toward crowded slave forts near the ocean. Inside dark prisons by the coast, men, women, and children waited in fear for an unknown fate. Under armed guards, enslaved Africans were forced onto massive wooden ships, crossing the Atlantic Ocean. The terrifying Middle Passage brought storms, disease, hunger, and unimaginable suffering during the deadly ocean journey. Even in darkness and pain, many enslaved Africans held on to hope through songs, prayers, and unity. After months at sea, the ships arrived in the Americas, where enslaved Africans were treated like property. At public slave auctions, families were torn apart forever as parents and children cried helplessly. Enslaved Africans were forced to work endlessly on plantations under harsh punishment and brutal conditions. Despite oppression, black communities secretly preserved African traditions, music, language, and spiritual beliefs. Some enslaved people escaped, resisted, and fought for freedom, while abolition movements slowly grew stronger. America became deeply divided as slavery turned into one of the nation's biggest political and moral conflicts. The American Civil War erupted, bringing destruction and death across the country. In 1865, slavery was officially abolished in the United States, and millions finally gained legal freedom. Even after slavery ended, black Americans continued facing racism, segregation, and violence while fighting for equality. Today, black Americans continue shaping music, sports, science, culture, and civil rights while honoring their powerful history.